guest before. Coach Kenny Weiss is here. We're going to be talking about love and that long-lasting feeling of, euphoria, so to speak. But unfortunately, we all get to that point where we do burn out. So we're going to talk about how to avoid the relationship burnout. Nice to have you back on the show. You look fantastic.
Wow.
I love the pop of color. All right, now I just want everyone to know you're a certified professional life coach, a speaker, an author, and you're the founder of The Greatest Movement.
Yes.
So we're talking about a lot of things today that encompass the work that you do on a regular.
Yes.
So what are some of the number one things that happen to couples, especially if they've been in a relationship for a long time, that they do burn out?
Well, the first thing to realize, a lot of us don't know that the chemicals that brought us together, they leave within 6 months to 2 years of the relationship starting. So when that goes away, that's when the work starts.
Okay.
And that's where that burnout comes in. All of a sudden we walk in, we're not sharing as much. So there's 2 great tips to use. Like I tell all my clients, start off each day just saying 3 things you like about your partner. Now, if you have kids, think of the impact on your kids. If you're walking around busy in the morning, because people are like, I don't have time. Well, just you're making breakfast, getting them ready, just scream out, I love your eyes. I love the way you dress.
That is so
like, can you imagine the impact on your kids if parents were sharing that, or even if you're single?
Because kids remember that stuff, especially when they're young, and they'll talk about it when they get older. They'll say, oh, my parents used to like hold hands, or my parents used to tell each other every day, I love you. I'm mad at you today, but I love you,
And then what are the kids are going to do? Mom, can we play that game on the way to school? So now you're doing the exact same. See, kids learn by modeling. They don't listen to a thing we say, they watch us. So if we do that, that's one great tip. The other thing is at night, just lay in bed and ask your partner to share, give me 3 feelings from today.
Okay.
What'd you have? Well, today I was pretty angry. My boss didn't recognize me for some work I did. And just listen to it. There's no feedback, nothing. Just give them a safe place to share 3 feelings that they experienced that day. That's it. And that sense of being heard, that's what we love so much in the beginning of the relationship.
Yes, those little things,
right?
those little nuances.
Both of those take just a couple minutes. And that right there will help you keep that connection.
Why is it so hard to do, though? Why do people sort of like get so wrapped up in the everyday that they forget to do these little things?
Yeah, well, in part, none of us have been taught how to have a relationship. Our parents weren't taught either, so we're learning from people who aren't bad, we just don't have the information. That's why the whole greatness movement and everything, the next event I'm doing September 13th is all about this. Why that happens, why we get disconnected, because there are really 2 dynamics in every relationship that people just aren't aware of, and I'll discuss that and how, when you have that information, you can build that connection.
And I'm sure you've heard some interesting things, but you do say it's time to take just those simple little moments, and you say that we should daily exercise sometimes together as well.
Oh, you bet.
Well, they always say the couples that exercise together stay together.
But exercise can be, some people are like, I hate the gym, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Well, exercise could be backgammon. I mean,
so you mix it up.
The whole point is to find an area, a small area where you guys can come together once a day. I don't care what it is, but usually what I'll have clients do is sit down and write needs and wants. What things fill their tank? And then you can take turns, with giving responsibility. Okay, this week, we're gonna pick something off your list, and that's what we're gonna do. And next week it's mine. And so you take turns initiating that exercise or that involvement in the relationship, and both take ownership of it.
And you make it sound so light and easy. Just the simple little things that you have to do that you remember that you did when you first got together.
Exactly.
Because we want to avoid the relationship burnout. Coach Kenny Weiss is the name, and his email and his website is exactly the same as your name, CoachKennyWeiss.com. We'll also have a link on our website, azdailymix.com.